Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video. Right, today's video we're going to be attempting a little experiment. Over the past few weeks I've been watching a few of my regular channels that I watch. Daniel Cooper, Julie from Pouring Your Heart Out and Michelle from Glitz and Glitter. And each one of them have used a different technique when it comes to blooms. So the standard method for a bloom is a layer of white. You have a white to the side, you drop your alcohol inks in the clear resin, put your whites in a spiral motion off, draw petals, and the white will bloom, absorbing the colour, making it look so pretty. So I seen Daniel, I think he used nail powder, but he didn't use anything else apart from nail powder, and his was a success. It was beautiful. Yesterday I seen Michelle from Glitz and Glitter. She was trying to see if she could colour resin, colour like a bloom using nail powders. She added mica powder and her normal white, but she uses this, the Ocean Waves by Let's Resin, and she mixed that with white mica powder and some sparkly nail powder, but it just turned grey, and it seemed heavy and it sank. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing my own version of it. I'm not sure if it's been done. I haven't seen it done on any of my regular channels that I watch, so I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to be doing 4 different blooms. I'm going to be doing an ordinary one. I'm going to be using mica powder. I'm going to be using nail powder, and I'm going to be using alcohol ink. Now the one with the alcohol ink, I'm actually going to be putting the alcohol ink into the actual white. So everything is going into the white. I always add Cinco White because the Let's Resin Cinco White does help with the petals to bloom. It's really nice, it's really effective. So I just thought I would do like three little experiments. I haven't really got anything else to put into this one. We could try. So yeah, I've got floating mica powder. I've got normal mica powder. I'll tell you what. Let's go for 4 experiments. Let's go for nail powder. Let's see if I can replicate what Michelle was doing and see if I can have a go. You don't have a go, you don't know, do you? Right, so one will be either purple or blue. We're going to go for the purple. Right, then we're going to have one with the floating mica powder. Then we're going to have one with mica powder. This is more of a sparkle mica powder. This is by Just For You Online, and it's not as heavy as standard mica powder. And then we're going to go for the nail powder. So what I'm doing, I'm going to add the white into each one of the Cinco White, and I'm going to be using the Ocean White Resin Pigment Paste by Let's Resin. Everything is by Let's Resin. These are just cheap brands. I have 4 ounces of Jdiction 4-hour cure resin there. Not cure, 4-hour demold resin there. The reason why I'm using this is because it's a very high viscosity resin, and it seems to work better with blooms. My last blooms were successful using this. So, and that's today's experiment. If you're not quite understanding what I'm doing, then just watch along and you'll get the gist of it. But it is going to be an experiment in 4 of them instead of just doing it in one. And so we'll just go for the 4th. So we're going to see if we can. I can't replicate Daniel's because Daniel's is like a resin genius, and I don't want to take that away if it was successful. I just want to do my own try on things, just to do, because then it's me. I don't want to copy somebody else. I'm doing my own spin on things. So, but with Daniel's, I can't really replicate that because he just used nail powder and it was really good. So anyway, on that note, I'll wait for this to get up to temperature. Optimum temperature for blooms is around 34 to 36 degrees. 35 I found seems to be the best one with the fast cure resins. So I'm going to put you on pause and wait for this to come up to temperature, as I have just mixed it, and then I'll be back and we can get on with the experiment. So I shall see you later. About 15 minutes. Bye. Right, so I'm back and my resin is now 35 degrees, so I need to get a move on. So ideally, if you're doing experiments or trying to do new techniques, etc., just use small mud so you're not wasting resin. I do state that in every video, but again, that's up to yourself. I'm just using these small coasters, so it just saves resin. These take 1.5 ounces each. So I'm going to mix these one at a time. So I want my white, let's just move that up now. I want my white semi-transparent, semi-opaque. So that should be enough. I don't want anything too much, because if you use too much white, then it can just sink through, and I don't want it to sink. Because I'm adding other materials, I want it as light as possible. Right, so in this one, we're going to add 5 drops of the Zinco white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to add the floating mica powder in this one. I want to keep it as light and fluffy as possible. Anything too heavy will just sink, and I don't want that. Just wanted to give it a little bit of a colour. So we do have a bit of blue. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera. It is so very thick, this resin. Let's hope we don't run out of resin. That'll be just my luck at trying an experiment and don't mix enough resin. So I just want to get that to all the edges. You need to try and make sure that your resin is bubbleless, just because bubbles can affect your blooming. So a long neck lighter, or a long neck lighter is advised, because alcohol spray isn't recommended until after it's bloomed. So a long neck lighter I have. I'm not dropping down any colours, because the whole point of this experiment is to colour the actual petals. I'm having to use quite a bit of heat, because this type of resin is just notorious for bubbles. I don't even think that's going to be enough. I might have to mix up another ounce, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time, because this is going to be too... I've just put a bit more resin in, I'm just mixing it. That's better. So we're just going to go in a spiral from the centre and go outwards to the end. That's it. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to use the white mica powder from Just For Your Online UK. So I'm just going to use a small amount of the mica powder. Can you see the shimmer? I don't know what I'm doing, I'm losing the plot. That's blooming. Right, so while I'm here, I'm just going to draw my petals. So you want to do 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9. So 12, 6, 3, and 9. And I'm just going to go in again. I'm not putting anything in the centre, I'm just going to swirl it. Right. Let's get on with the next one. I forgot to put my Cinco white in, that's okay. Just make sure I remember for every other one. I'm just putting some white on my stick. I'm sorry if I'm out of focus. I'm sat down, so it's so hard to see when I'm in shot and when I'm not. Sometimes when you're busy doing things, you forget what you're doing and go into a world of your own. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does it. At least I know when I am doing it. So into this one, we're going to add 5 drops of the Cinco white. And we're going to add 8 drops of purple alcohol ink. Oh, that's not too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'll go lighter anyway, but that's fine. I'm hoping the this one I'm colouring now actually works quite well, because that would be an amazing way to colour resin using alcohol inks. They're light as well, so they're not going to make your white sink. This is blooming. Right, so let's pour down some resin. I should have enough, hopefully. Probably not, but that's okay. I'm not filling these up or putting a backing on because I don't have the time, nor do I want to waste the resin in case it doesn't work out, because the idea is it's just an experiment, so we can always come back and do a bigger version on another day. Sometimes it's hard to get the bubbles out because they're right deep in the resin, so there you go. Right, let's get this one poured. Oh God, this mould is such a weird shape. There's quite a few bubbles on that because they're coming from the white. I just call it the white even though it's coloured, because that's what it is. Keep your fingers crossed this works, because if it is, then it'll be a new technique. If you have seen this done, can you please let me know, and then I can tag the person in it. I'm just not aware, because the one I haven't searched it. I usually do search it, and usually I do watch a lot of channels, but I haven't seen this one done. I've only seen what I've actually spoke about at the beginning of the video. That's that one. And then our last one, which is going to be the nail powder. Hopefully we're going to have enough resin for the bottom of the mould. Lid. I already went near it. My hands are so sticky. That's my alcohol spray. This will just go like a light yellow, and that's fine, but it's the actual content of the material that I'm after. Let's put that on there. I hope I've not put too much in. See, the idea is keeping your white as transparent as possible, but with an opaque twist, if that makes sense. With an opaque twist, so semi-opaque, so that when you do put anything into the white, it keeps its thing. You see, look, I've still got the shimmer of the nail powder. And I'm going to add 5 drops of this. And we're just going to mix that up again. Look, it still keeps its shimmer. I was going to try glitter, but glitter's too heavy to sink. But I have got some non-sinking glitter, so I'm going to do another experiment doing some others. So if anyone tries saying that, oh, well, you know that sinking glitter, non-sinking glitter idea has come from this channel. This is getting to the point of thick now. I just hope I haven't missed its time frame. That's the only thing when you're doing more than one. But I'm one of these, go big or go home. Not going to get anywhere, just keep using standard moulds. You know, it's nice to do a bit of trickery sometimes, isn't it? A bit of techniques. And yeah, that's almost at its, what's the word? It's almost time up for the resin, because it's so thick and gulliby. Because you start waiting for it to get to temperature, you've only got so long to play with it. Right. Adding heat to it can help lower its viscosity. Oh, blooming. The white one with the non-sinking mica powder is great. That's just like an interference powder. The actual mica powder with the glitter inside seems to be blooming. They all seem to be blooming, so hopefully this will all work. This is that. It's not even right. Here it is, coming down. I'm having to pour on a long curve. It's just because the mould is oblong. Even my baby wipe has gone hard. So it looks like all 4 of these techniques have worked. Well, so far they're working beautifully. That one I'm not sure about because we'll see. But let's just add some. Make that bubbles pop in. That's good. I'm trying not to fuse my resin to the mould. Right, so I'm not going to put you on time lapse because the resin hasn't got much time left. I'm going to keep this as a surprise to when we come back for demold. So I'm not going to put these on the heat mat. It'll take about 2.5 to 3 hours secure in my room because it's so warm today. It's like 21 degrees I think outside, and my room is just like an oven anyway because it's small. But yeah, I'll be back for demolding and we'll take a look to see if each technique actually has worked. We're not going to find out until we turn them over. So I shall check back with you later. Bye. Right, so we are back and these are now cured enough to demold. So while I've been waiting for these to cure, I did a bit of research to find out if these techniques have been done. So this one is the only one that hasn't been done. I did say that these had been done previously, so that was confirmed by research. So it's actually the alcohol inks to colour the petals used in the white that's not been done, that I can find. Right, so let's get these demoulded. We know these are going to work anyway, but we know they work, should I say. But if they work for me is another thing. So this is the floating mica powder. Can you see the sparkle? That's absolutely stunning. I really like that. That one I've not seen done. I've seen it done with interference powders, but not with glittery mica powder, floating glittery mica powder. This was the glittery mica powder. So this is, I've not seen this used because this is from Just For Online UK and it is discontinued. So, but again, this is another sparkly one. But mica powders have been used, so that one is not something that I can claim. I can't claim anything like an interference powder either because that's been done. So this one, if this has worked, I can claim this one because from what I've researched and where I've researched it, I've not found it. So this will be a game changer to be able to colour your resin, or your white resin if it's worked, to get different colour blooms, and it's worked. So we can actually colour the petals with alcohol ink. And then this is the nail powder. This was the technique I did from Michelle from Glitz and Glitter. And that's worked as well. They've all worked. I knew they would work anyway. But the main purpose of the experiment was this one, was the alcohol inks in the white to colour the petals, and it's worked. So it is a game changer. So you can actually put alcohol inks into your resin and change the colour of your petals. But all four have worked and I'm super happy. Yay! Right guys, I'm going to leave that with you today. Please like, comment and subscribe if you've not already done so. That would help my channel out so much. And I shall see you on tomorrow's upload. Goodbye and thanks for watching. And let me know down in the comments which one you think is the best. I do think that one is the best because it's sparkly. Right guys, see you tomorrow. Bye.